Hey guys, it's me, Sean Phoenix, and I know I haven't done, like reviews in like such a long time, but today I'm really ready to talk about my Bleach journey and how I fell in love with Bleach and how I discovered it and why I love it so much and why I love the main character and how I'm really excited that the manga is finally coming back along with the anime in October of this year. Alright, so let's get started. When I, and it was 10 years ago, back in 2012, I first found Bleach on Toonami, but of course, me and my brothers were watching the premiere of more of Sword Art Online that time, since we were huge. I mostly just saw anime as cartoons back then, but when I saw Sword Art Online on Toonami with my brothers while watching it late at night, when we should have been in bed, but it was Saturday, but who cares, but of course, after we saw the latest episode of Sword Art Online on Toonami, then I wanted to watch this other show that was on Toonami, and it was called Bleach. And so we did, and then after watching that episode, and it was the fake Harakura Town arc, and when I saw how amazing the battles were in that, I was so blown away on how awesome this anime looked because of all the fights and the characters. And then, as later on, I wouldn't stop over obsessing it. Of course, Bleach and SAO weren't my first ever animes, but of course, animes that I've grown up with, of course, were Pokemon, Inuyasha, and, of course, how can I forget, Naruto as well. But when I first discovered Bleach on how amazing it looked, I instantly just loved it. And then when I watched more of it online, like on YouTube, I instantly started loving it more. Like, I loved the main character Ichigo a lot, and the other characters such as Rukia Kuchiki, Orihime Inoue, Chad, Uryu, and Renji. But as time went on, like, until I reached like 2018, of course, when I was still watching YouTube at the time, and of course when I came by this YouTuber named Dragon Rocks, and of course I enjoy his spoofs a lot, and he's a really good friend of mine, and he's a really big fan of Bleach, just like me. Of course, when I was watching his channel, and then when I saw one of his spoofs, and I realized that he featured a character from Bleach, and that was Ichigo, and I was so amazed out on how well he fits the part. And then I recently got back into Bleach after that, and after seeing that spoof he made, and then I just instantly really loved Bleach after that again. And then when I, of course, finally entered high school, and then when I saw that there was the manga version of Bleach, then I decided to read it. And then I was so blown away on how different it was from the anime. And I instantly fell in love with the manga as well, and how amazing Ichigo was in both anime and manga. But of course, and when of course I also, continued watching it, I always made sure to know what's canon or filler from now on, so that way I can focus on Bleach's main story, and make sure to follow it in the right order. Because I was like those kind of fans who doesn't really like filler and wants to, read the story that's canon to the original manga. And then as I continued watching Bleach later on, I realized, wow, Ichigo Kurosaki really is a really good main character. Like, he has trouble fitting in, and, like, he has trouble with other people to talk with, and that he's just having grief as well. Like, him dealing with the loss of his mom, and he thinks that it was his fault that he caused his mom's death, when really it wasn't, when his father told him that he's not blaming him for his mom's death. And it really hit me hard. Because I was pretty much going through the same thing Ichigo was, but it was with my parents' divorce. Like, it hit me hard back in 2017 when I was still in middle school. And, of course, I would take my anger out on other kids. But I managed to finally found a place to, relate with others while still on YouTube and still watching other people's channels, such as Rascal Entertainment's, Bennett Dudley, and of course the Rascal family. And as watching their channel and seeing their videos daily, and I realized maybe someday I would love to be part of that group someday. And then 2019 hit, and in December, I was very happy to be part of it. Because I was with the group that I loved so much since my childhood. And that I'm glad that I can be part of a family that will forever change my life and just be my escape from the real world. And of course, as I continued, of course, when I got Rascal Entertainment's into Bleach, she instantly loved it, and I'm glad she did, because the story and everything about it was just really amazing, and how the main character is awesome, and so relatable as well. Ichigo just holds a huge place in my heart because he's like one of those shonen characters that I think is very underrated. When he is part of the big three, it's just people saying that he has no goal and saying that he's not like Naruto or Luffy. That really makes me mad when Ichigo is a really good character. That he's like one of the most realistic characters out of all of them. And that's what makes me fall in love with him. Because he is like my role model on writing my own character someday when I become a writer and voice actor someday. Like, he's an inspiration to my own OC character that I'm currently writing on. And of course, he's mostly based on me, and of course, Ichigo Kurosaki and Manga from Soul Eater. And of course, when I still watched Bleach, it made me watch other animes that I still haven't watched, such as Gurren Lagann, Soul Eater, Yu Yu Hakusho, and a lot more. And of course, I still watched One Piece as well, even though I didn't discover it until like 2019. But I didn't watch it till like 2020, during the lockdown. And then Ichigo just really holds a huge place in my heart because he's so relatable. And of course, currently this year when I lost my grandmother, I understood the character's pain a lot more and how much he even means more to me so much. And of course, when I watched other people's channels on how much they love Bleach and the main character as well, it made me really like them as well because they understood me a lot because they're speaking the exact same opinions as me. And I'm glad. And another reason that I'm also a huge Ichihime fan because their relationship is like the most healthiest, and that they both are never really like Sakura and Sasuke, for example. Like, I mean, they're kind of like them, it's just they're like the more healthier version of Sakura and Sasuke from Naruto. Like, Ichigo never calls Orihime annoying or that she's weak. Like, he doesn't do that, unlike Sasuke. And as for Orihime, she never really has a bad temper. She's like a very positive girl. And that's what makes me really love her, because she's so confident as well, and like she was willing to sacrifice herself just to protect Ichigo and everyone else that she loves and cares about as well. And that's what makes me love Ichihime a lot more. And of course, how can I forget? I still read the manga, and of course when I still read the manga, and of course when the 1,000-Year Blood War, when I finally read that arc, it made me both sad and happy at the same time, because I really thought it was very much over for me and all Bleach fans. But I'm really happy that the anime's finally getting an adaptation of the Thousand Year Blood War, which it really deserves. And that it deserves to touch more newer fans' hearts as well. And that's what makes Bleach so good. And that Tai Kubo has confirmed a new story arc that will focus on the next generation. Such as Naruto is doing currently right now, along with Yashahime, who is the... Yeah, but yeah, I really am happy to tell you that Bleach will forever be the one and only story that I love and care about so much, and how it influenced my whole life, and that I'll never stop loving it until I get older. And I know that someday Bleach will forever hold a place in my heart, no matter what, until I pass.